question number 5. Here's your question. So the whole thing's being divided by 9, so I have to move the 9 over first by multiplying both sides by 9. Leaves me with n minus 15 is equal to negative 54. Then I'm going to add 15 on both sides, and I'll get n equals, and then you have negative 54 plus 15, which is a negative 39. And we have more negatives than positives there. Box my answer, and I'm going on to the next one. Number 6. Move this out of the way. Here's the problem. First step is always distribute. So remember to multiply. A lot of the common mistakes were when you only multiplied the 9 to the 4x and forgot about the negative 1. Well, you have to multiply that too. Same thing here. 18x is 2 times 9x plus 6. Now I have to isolate my variables and my numbers. So let's move the 18 over. It's a positive 18x, so if I subtract 18x on both sides, it'll cancel out here. And it'll come over to this side, which would get me 18x minus 9 is equal to 6. I'm going to add 9 to both sides so I could isolate my variable. Now I have 18x equals positive 15. Last step, divide by 18. Now folks, at this point you have a fraction, 15 over 18. So one thing you could do is just reduce it, divide both of them by 5. Divide both of them by 3, and you get 5/6. And then another thing you could do is if you just go onto your calculator and do 18 divided by 15. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. It's 15 divided by 18, and hit enter. You're going to get the decimal 0.8, and you can see that the 3 repeats. So another way that I can write it is x equals point, or 0 point, you don't need the 0 if you don't want to, 8, 3, and the 3 repeats. Last one for this video is a longer one, but you do the same thing you did in the problem before. You have distributive property, so you have to distribute. Negative 6n, positive 15, because negative 3 times negative 5, is equal to, now when you multiply by negative 5, really all you're doing is you're taking half of something. You know, multiplying by negative 5 is like multiplying by 1/2. It's just like dividing by 2, which I did to both of them. Now let's move the 6n over so we could get it to this side. But when you do that, what happens? Both of them cancel out, and you're left with 15 equals 15. Well, we talked about in class that that's a true statement. So the answer would be all real numbers. Or you could use the infinity sign for all solutions. That means, remember, that if you go back into this problem, whatever n you put in, as long as you put it to this one and this one, these two things will always be equal. Hope that helps. I'm going to do a video for 8, 9, 10.